something which might have stood out from the presentation there was when Mark said Aidan gave him a call. Now, I talked to someone just in that break before, and they said, we didn't realize Google had a face. We didn't realize that there were people who work for Google. And I think often we can give that impression. But we do work for Google, believe it or not, and we do actually offer support to people like you. So this is the final section of the presentations today, is the final part. This is a how Google can help you. We want you guys to leave today thinking, okay, fine, we know how to look for trends. We've heard some great examples of how other people have responded to those trends. But we also want you to know what the next steps are, how you can work with Google. Okay, so how Google can help. Well, here we go. First of all, let's focus on those tools. Tools and advice to help your business. Tools, Webmasters tools. Remember that was what I mentioned for your search engine optimization? You'll be able to find it there, find out the tips and tricks, get your tech guy involved, I'd recommend. Get them looking at this, the Webmasters tool, to make sure you're doing the right things for us to find you naturally. Insights for search. Remember that's the tool that we looked at to see the trends over time for those boyfriend jeans. Adam, does anybody own boyfriend jeans, just out of interest? I think I probably do, actually. Oh, yes, we do. Hey, fantastic. Very good. You haven't got them on now, have you? No. Next time. So, Ad Toolkit. Ad Toolkit, right. Okay, so you might have a look at this to find some more case studies, some more examples from other companies, but you'll also be able to see what other people are doing beyond Google. We've concentrated very specifically on search today, but Google can also offer display advertising. So we saw Mark's adverts there, Simply Red, and those great display adverts. Now, even if they're offline, we have a very simple way of just converting them to online, to getting display adverts around the internet. You'll find some examples there. Also, great thing, I hope some of you have seen YouTube. We'll be able to start placing some ads against those very soon as well. So, Ad Toolkit, you'll be able to see some examples there of how you can actually do those sorts of things. So they're the tools you can use. Then we actually do offer advice. This is where the Googlers come in. We offer one-to-many advice. So AdWords webinars, go along to one of those. They're live things you can do at your desk. Be able to see things like introductions to AdWords, more advanced bits on AdWords. We also have some industry specialists on webinars. Google Marketing Academy, we have the resource there. There's some leaflets about that outside. So things, again, events for you to come to keep going, keep interacting, keep learning a bit more. And the Help Center. Online, you can find advice, you can leave a question there as well, but search our tools and our questions, find out about the policy, find out about the opportunities and the keywords. Maybe some of your questions will be answered there. Finally, the one-to-one service. So what we managed to do with Mark, and why Aidan was calling Mark originally, this idea of Jumpstart. Google support on a one-to-one basis for companies like you. So we had a lot of questions originally after the first presentation about how to actually get started. And then Mitesh got questions about what mistakes did he make? Now, believe it or not, we don't want to, because not everyone's going to have the trust that Mitesh has to go and, I think he said, to waste lots of money and make lots of mistakes. Ideally, I'm sure you agree, that's not going to happen with your campaigns. Okay? So how do we support you in order to make sure you don't have to make those mistakes, and that you hit the ground running successfully from day one? Well, that's Google Jumpstart. So we're going to talk about this now and explain what we can do for Google Jumpstart, how we get your companies jump-started into Google AdWords. So it comes in 3 different steps: consultation, setup, launch, and review. And this is all interactive with a Googler. It's one-to-one. You'll be able to find us, be on the end of a line, end of a phone, pick up the phone, call us, and we'll be able to talk you through these different stages, getting you up and running successfully. So let's have a look at them individually. Consultation, Aidan.
So, for consultation, it's pretty much we feel the most important part. We need to sit down and have a chat with you personally about your business. I mean, we're experts in search, and we have developers who've worked across various different industries for campaigns, but we really need to find out about your business specifically and what sort of goals you're looking to achieve in your website. You might be looking to drive just a number of traffic to your site, or a certain number of leads to your site. You might be just looking to directly convert those leads into sales. It depends. You might be looking for brand awareness. You might be looking to take some print ads that you have in a magazine out of those magazines and onto the same version on the website. For example, if you've got an ad running in Vogue.com, and in Vogue, and you want to bring that same ad into Vogue.com, that might be part of your campaign. So the consultation part is particularly key. So we'll offer a developer to be able to have a chat with you personally about that. So what they'll do is they'll take the information that you've given them about your business and what you're looking to do. They'll then go away and do research for you. So they'll revisit the tools that we showed you today, the Insights for Search tool and the AdWords keyword tool. We also have some more powerful tools available that they'll run over your site. They'll run specific crawlers over your site, and they'll bring back some specific information tailored to your website. And they'll put that basically in a campaign plan. So it'll be kind of like a digital media plan for you. And the core of that plan could probably be an AdWords campaign. But again, as Pete mentioned then, if you wanted to run ads on YouTube or you wanted to run them display ads on certain websites, then that could form part of your plan as well. What they'll also give help with is budget scenarios. So the important thing, I suppose, we saw from the keyword tool and the fake website was that I wasn't really too sure how much to put behind it at the start. I got an idea from my cost per click how much I should be bidding, but I didn't really have the time in the example to project out and get a feel for how much traffic that would bring me and what sort of return on investment. This is where the developer can do that for you. So they can propose those investment scenarios based on what we're seeing users type in and the average cost per click in the industry.
So once you've consulted with someone at Google about where you want to target, the kind of advertising that you want to do, and also once you've got an idea of your sort of budget, then we can actually support you with a setup as well. Now, as you've heard, 20,000 products with 30,000 keywords. Companies of your size do need quite comprehensive accounts, rather more than just 5 or 6 keywords about boyfriend jeans. So we'll set up a more professional account for you. What do we mean by that? Well, on the one hand, it's the billing side. So if you need to be set up with business invoicing, we can do that rather than having to pay off on your credit card every couple of £100. But we'll also be able to set up a suitable structure. So structure the ad groups properly, structure the keywords, structure the ad text, and making sure that we've covered all of those off in the right places so you can have a look at them once they're live. Keyword selection assistance. Well, as I mentioned, we have keyword packs which would be relevant. We also keep this updated so we can look at the Insights tool and add some new keywords for each industry. So you'd have someone actually building your account for you for free who has an expertise in your industry, yeah? And who can put together those keywords for you. If you're a property company, you'll be able to put together keywords and we'll be able to share those with you for free of lots of different property terms which we know Google users search. Takes that bit out of it, okay? And then ad text creative assistance. You kind of got a couple of hints in our earlier presentation, what works, what doesn't work. That's specific for each industry, and you need to be doing that at an industry level. So we can give you different ideas, try different ad texts around, give you 3 or 4 ad texts per ad group if needed, just to make sure that it's clear what you're targeting and how you want to target it, and you're doing best practice from day one. Okay? So we've covered consultation and setup. Once it's set up, launch and review. So one-on-one support for launch. There's always a magic moment when you press play on your ads. Once you've typed in the keywords, you've created the ad text, you've done your targeting, you press go. There's always that moment where you go to Google search, google.co.uk, and type in one of your keywords and press search. And you want to cross your fingers that the search results there will be there at that moment with you, talking you through, making sure that it is live, that you've targeted in the right place, and it really is working, that you can see your ad, and you can go around to everyone else in the company and say, hey, look how clever I am. I've just got us #1 page of Google. Okay? One-on-one support for launch. Once it's launched, we can also offer that account and AdWords education for your business. So we can talk you through those different ad groups that we've set up. Why have we done that? Why is there an ad group for rentals, for example? Why is that specific for that? Why is that in that ad group and not that? Why is that keyword on that matching style? All those sorts of things we can talk through on your account level rather than on just a generic. Okay? And once you've launched it, once you've understood it, then account optimization. Now, I think everybody who's talked about their account today has mentioned this. It is so important because every business is different in Google when they're advertising. Everyone gets different results, right? You need to optimize. If there are keywords which are working particularly well, then we can help you maximize those, get in more keywords of that type. If there are keywords which aren't working, take them out. If there are keywords which you've just highlighted from your Insights tool, from your own research, and you want to expand on that area, fine, we can do that as well. Get whole keyword packs together for that. So I hope you can understand that it's a process of getting you live, teaching you about it, and optimizing for success as well. So to summarize the 3 different processes then, we have consultation. You can talk to us, make sure your plan targeted in the right way. Number 2, we'll teach you, we'll set it up to make sure the keywords and the ad text and all the structure is proper. And finally, we'll make sure it's launched and we'll review it with you with account optimization. Okay, so finally, applying for Jumpstart, how to do this?
You can submit a request on the online web form, and you can take that down there, just google.co.uk/survivalevent09, or just send us an email, email survivaleventhelp@google.com. That will go to one of our development team, our Jumpstart developers, and we'll be able to respond to you personally, maybe schedule a call when it's good to have a chat and take it from there. So thanks very much.
Bye.